Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2026. I am in Allen, Texas. And I was on the national calling frequency, the VHF one, the 146.52 megahertz. And just decided, hey, let me just throw my call sign out. Got a call right back, spoke with a gentleman for about an hour. And he said, hey, if you're in this area, you need to go to the Allen Old Stone Dam. So I'm going to go check it out. Come hang out with me. I'm a bit confused. Google brought me to behind these two businesses on a weekend, and I was not expecting that. But this is not on any main road, any residential road. It's in the back of some businesses. I'm not even sure what businesses they are, but obviously they have some kind of distribution or something going on here. But we're at the Stone Dam at Allen Station, and this is the entrance for it. As I go down this windy path, the Houston and Central Texas Railroad, the HCT Railroad, in 1874 they built this dam so they can have water for their steam engines. That was the whole point of this dam being created. But I do like the entrance back here. Little flora and fauna going on just in the middle or behind businesses. And somebody didn't tell you about this place, or you didn't look it up online, just look it up a little history, you wouldn't know about this. This is one of those hidden gems. It is so much cooler in the shade here. Oh, this is nice. I did bring my pack here full of waters in case I needed it. That's why I usually carry around with me. It's got a couple of water bottles in it, because you never know. Nice shaded trail system though. Definitely appreciate having something like this developed like this. There's got to be a bigger entrance to this. I just happen to be the one closest to the dam. A lot of cyclists out here today though. But this area does have a seal here from the State Antiquities Landmark from the Texas Historical Commission. Obviously this bridge is rather new, but there is a bridge from 1910 that I probably should check out. But I'm guessing this is the old stone dam used to gather up the water so they could fill the steam engines. It looks like some people started some love locks here of different sorts. I like this old style one right here. How cool is that? As I stated before, this was built by the Houston and Texas Central Railway Company, the HCT Railroad or Railway Company. Keep messing that up. Created a water reservoir and pumping station to refill steam locomotives. It was constructed largely by Irish and German immigrant laborers. And it was submerged after a newer dam was built in 1912. However, it was rediscovered after 1975 floodwaters came through, and it re-exposed it. So the city of Allen has redone this area to commemorate a piece of history in Texas. It was designated a Texas State Archaeological Landmark back in 2009. So this is a rather new park. So apparently we have some photographs from when it was actually built, as well as when it was discovered before they did the restoration. And 2002 is when the restoration happened. Here's some of the deeds for the old stove dam, 1974. It says, please do not walk on the stone dam. They really mean it. They have some security cameras in use here. Solar powered security cameras. I did see a couple people walking through with some fishing poles, so I guess there's some fish around here somewhere. Probably downstream a bit because this pond area is not too big. So, and it's a deep jump to get into the pond area. If you get a fish or something snagged, you can't really get up to the water very easily, or you're not supposed to. And something tells me this is not the original rail line, but it is a very cool park bench that they set up here. I would imagine there would be some bridges nearby for the railroad, the trains itself to go across. I bet this thing is a little warm. Yep, it's warm. Don't want to hang on to that too much. But they do have some cool shady spots here. And I want to know what this is. Okay, there's a rail. Is that a rail line up there? Looks like it could be a railroad line. If I were to guess, these are the ruins of the old pump house where they would pump it up to a water tower, because the rails are right on the other side of the fence there. But this itself, I'm not sure why it's so deep. Could have been part of the privy, as they called it, outhouse, whatever, for the people that worked at this location to provide water for the steam engines. Okay, I stand corrected. That was the pump house pit for the pump house. And I guess this is the throttle and governor oil engine that they used for the pump house. There's a electric version of it. Magneto patent in 1904. Called the Hercules Electric Company, the Wizard. That's what they call that motor. So there's the pit, and then they had this little pump pumping it up. It actually had a dirt floor in it. So it was pumped from that old stone dam reservoir, and it was pushed horizontally and sent to the water tower. So I'm assuming the water tower is up here, or was. I don't think they rebuilt it though. But here's some of the men that actually worked at the pump house for the H&TC Railroad. It's Texas Central. I keep getting that mixed up. It's H&TC, not H&CT. And there's the water tower that was once here. So from the pump house, it pump, goes up this tube, comes back down, and this gravity feeds into where they needed it on the train. And looking at these pillars here, I imagine that's where the water tank was set upon. So it pumped from over there, the pump house, from the dam reservoir to here, and this was set up with a water tank that went up and then over to this railroad line. Let me take a look at this line. I don't think this is in use anymore from what I'm looking at. I don't believe a diesel train would be able to handle that. Or this won't be able to handle the diesel train, let's say that. Because everything's a bit rotted here. But how cool is that? You're in the middle of nowhere. The trees overgrowing the area. And you can definitely tell it's not in use with all this spray paint left over here. Just like the old Alton Bridge. They graffitied the heck out of this place. There's no sign saying you can't be on this bridge. But I'm a little less sure-footed today. Did rock my brain pretty hard last weekend with a fall, a tumble I didn't mean to do. It sure is cool looking. We're over the creek here. but it doesn't look like it goes on much beyond this bridge. Wonder if this is the 1910 bridge they were talking about. There is another path, kind of leads around that way, and I bet it comes to the same place. So I can learn a little bit more about this bridge. Definitely need to hydrate. This is the 1910 bridge for the railroad, and that's the other end of the metal part that I was looking at, the steel part that actually went over the creek. But this just went over some land to get back on level ground again. It's built by the American Bridge Company out of New York in 1910, but it's still standing, strong as ever. Actually, the ties look a little bit better, a lot closer at least. But we got a family out here taking pictures of their children on and off the bridge. So they're getting ready for the next setup, so we're going to move on. Well, that direction there is Allen Station Park. I was wondering if you can actually see the station itself. From what I can see, it looks like it's a bunch of sporting items here. So I don't think there's anything. Oh, there's a pool, playground, a pavilion, and a sports field. So I'm going to say no, there's nothing down there. But I guess it's the front part of the park. It goes for quite some distance. So right now I'm a little overheated and I'm dealing with some vertigo, so probably not wise for me to go much further. It's time to get into some air conditioning again. Car's up there, top of that hill. At least it's not much of a climb. A little zigzag. It's not bad at all. I may have been looking at the wrong Explorer. That's mine over there. Alright, time for a little lunch. But special shout out to AA5CT. Sir, appreciate you answering me on 5.2. And the QSO. And the little tip there. I came out here with no idea what it was going to do, but it took a good long conversation with the local to figure it out. And this is our nationwide VHF calling frequency. You never know what you're going to discover. My niece has been talking about How Creek Burgers. I'm in the Allen location. Met the general manager here at Suzette. Awesome person. But got a suggestion, so I'm going to try this suggestion. It's the bacon royale with jalapenos added, and doing some onion rings. But I was told to try the fry sauce. I've heard that is the bomb, so we're going to see how this works out. That's the first bite count. If you already start rolling your camera. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm being dead serious. This is a really good burger. This was really good. Sweet iced tea. Delicious. That's something a lot of places kind of get wrong. I don't know if they don't wash it or clean off the chemicals out of their containers, but that's really good iced tea. And a little bit of onion rings here. Let's see what we got going on with the onion rings. I'm going to try the fry sauce here. Excellent. Taste the fry sauce on its own. That's really good. They gotta put that in bottles and sell in the stores like the other chains do. That's really good. Okay, I now have my new favorite burger. And multi-unit chains normally don't have the greatest burgers. It's because you got to deal with all the logistics of everything. But the meat that they get here is delivered fresh. They're never frozen, and it's a good burger. I rank it up to some of those I would go to a hole in the wall that you would drive for an hour or so to get to try it. Hat Creek's got it going on. I highly suggest getting some Hat Creek burgers, and tell me what you think in the comments. Well, I knew I was just around the corner from the Cabela's, and it's been a while since I've been to this Cabela's. I have Shields right by me. Cabela's is a different animal, and so is Bass Pro Shops, but Bass Pro Shops bought them out a few years ago, and they kind of kept them separate, but I guess they're all rebranding as Bass Pro Shops with Cabela's name right there. Honestly, the models of both the stores kind of mirrored each other. Most part, there's some different brand names, but they were a good fit for a merger. Incidentally, it is tax-free weekend in Texas. Which goes on clothing and school supplies are under $100 each. They do have a large grilling, cooking, smoking section, so some ingredients, and even meat processing if you would like to process your own game that you captured or harvested, as they say. But the thing I'm really looking forward to is air conditioning. So no swimming, diving, kidding, violators will be prosecuted. Do love the game fish, the tanks here at the Bass Pro Shops / Cabela's. Big honkers here. Speaking of big honkers, here's a nice size catfish. Fish I was looking at before seemed tiny compared to some of these monsters. That's what you see my hand size there. He's a big one. Better have some fresh fish in line for that one. This is cool. Wanted a few good fish for the aquarium, and they want a certain size before they'll accept them. If you're catching these fish, they'll put them in the aquarium here, as long as you can keep them alive until they get there. So, got a QR code right there for more information. How cool is that? So all these fish have probably been caught at one time or another. And you see some at Shields, but not to the extent that you do here. All the taxidermy animals. Like this one right here was taken in 1892. McCulloch, Texas. A non-typical whitetail deer. It's a Texas state record. He's a big boy. And there's the stats. And believe it or not, we've had a mountain lion in the DFW Metroplex area, at least in Denton County. He has since left. Well, we haven't seen any spottings coming up on the Ring app, but did make the news. That's a big boy. Or a big girl. I didn't see any external parts. Probably female. Everywhere. They got taxidermy everywhere, especially in the gun section, obviously. They also have some self-defense Byrna launchers. And these are great because I believe they're legal in all 50 states. Unfortunately, not every state follows the Constitution on things, but for max projectiles, I guess they're more dense. I believe they have pepper ones. Yeah, there's pepper balls right there. But they got the pro training projectiles. And I believe those are just regular training. The Tahoe and the Tracker boats were popular with the Bass Pro Shops. The Ranger bass boats were popular with Cabela's. So fortunately, they're still carrying both brands. Ranger bass boats are usually a very, very premium bass boat In fact, I believe they're finished inside and out, not necessarily what the other fishing boats are like. But you pay for it. You definitely pay for it. These boats are not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. For example, you got the bigger engines and the sparkly red on there, which is popular in fishing lures as an attraction device, but also attracts the fishermen. This one's $66,000. I didn't get the price on this one yet, but very cool looking. Alright, this one's a little over $97,000. Very, very nice though. Extremely nice. Matching trailer to boot. It's kind of the upper echelon of best boats. Okay, the one on the left, the $66,000 one, that's actually not a Ranger, that's a Nitro. But this is a Ranger. Definitely a Ranger. This I haven't seen. This is a Ranger pontoon fishing boat. So it's a barge type boat. Pontoon. You name it. So you play your tunes. But I don't know if you necessarily do tournament fishing, but it looks like the chairs are much, much nicer on this. But you can fish off the back. Pretty easy. There's your live well right there. Pretty nice. Camp goodies, they got plenty of camp goodies. There's all, the Coughlin section is a different section. Oh, they do have some Coughlin items here. This one has all the fire starters. I can stay here for hours on end. Lots of neat stuff here. Bit of a bit pricey, but I must go. It's 99 degrees outside, and it's only 2:47 in the afternoon. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. Usually about October, beginning of the state fair, you're usually in shorts and a t-shirt, tank top. I don't have any tank tops anymore. And by the end of the month, you're wearing jackets and long pants. But it's fun to get out, just explore. This is purely exploring. Got a tip on 5-2 to go check out that watering station for the trains. And you know, Frisco, Texas. Frisco was part of the Frisco lines, the Frisco railway lines. They were going to go from, I think, from Florida to San Francisco. That's why they were called Frisco. And the logo for that train company, for the Frisco Railroad, is actually the logo for the city now, and it has not changed. I hope they keep that for a long time, just to preserve that history. But it's time to go home, get some stuff done, get cooled off, take a nap, relax, and enjoy my Saturday, which I've already been doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. But for now, y'all take care, be safe.